Well, hey guys, welcome to Star Wars on High. Thank you for stopping by. We are back with another episode of Andor Wednesdays. What a midweek treat we continue to get. Now, if you guys don't know, we do live streams on Thursday night. Come stop by, say hello, give us your thoughts real time on Andor as we watch it. And guys, if you've seen any of my reviews so far, you know I have been extremely impressed with Andor so far. And I'm happy to report Episode 5 is still fantastic. Now, I'm sure there's going to be fans out there who are waiting for the show to probably pick up, get some big high-stakes action or adventure going on. I can understand that, but for me, I love what this show is doing. And I can see so successfully with the first 3-episode launch and then the next 2 episodes of this arc, we are getting like 3-episode full stories, basically small movies that are going to complete and tell kind of a full tale. And I'm guessing we're going to go to different parts and aspects of the rebellion throughout. And I am really, really impressed with the acting, with the score, with the visuals. It has just such a great feel to it, completely different from the rest of the Star Wars universe. So what works in this episode? Well, if you watch my review for episode 4, it's a lot of the same things. The tension is absolutely fantastic throughout the show. However, in this episode, there were tense moments, but really what I thought they leaned into extremely well was this wartime era feel. It felt like I'm watching a movie about World War II. It has that same kind of gloom with this undertones of great sacrifice that these rebels are willing to make for the greater good. And I thought that was very much on display here. This very, very much felt like a war movie that we've seen in the past. We spent less time on Coruscant, less time in the big city, and more time just in this base camp with our small rebellion who are going about their planning for stealing some funds. And I've talked about it a lot. I really enjoy what the directors, what the creative team did with the score. It feels totally separate from the rest of Star Wars. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's fascinating. You see these visuals used in a different way. You see ships with different sound kind of supporting them. It's really, really awesome to watch. One thing that sticks out to me in particular is, we have all these familiar ideas, right? TIE fighters, the sound of TIE fighters, the classic dog bark. But in this episode, it's done in such a unique way. It's like if you were on the ground in a war-torn country, as in today an F-16 flies over. It had that same kind of presence. And so they do so many creative things with the score, with the visuals, to make you know, oh, I'm watching Star Wars, but also give it a whole different, fresh perspective. And that is such a strength of this show. I'm very pleased they're committed to these kind of character-driven slow burn episodes as well. We have a lot of action-packed, awesome Star Wars. Did you watch Kenobi earlier this year? There were so many cool moments and action scenes. This is going for a completely different feel, and it's fresh and it's exciting. And in this episode, we had some cuts to our characters on Coruscant: Luthen, Mon Mothma, and Cyril, which is so funny. We call him Cereal. I call him Cereal on stream. If you guys have watched the stream, we call him Cereal because we can't pronounce his name right. And lo and behold, this episode, he's eating bowls of cereal. It's hilarious. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night. But his character going in interesting directions. Seems he's going down more of a revenge path, where at the end he's staring at this hollow of Andor. Not like, oh man, the Empire really messed me up. It's like, oh man, I'm going to get him. I wonder if that's the angle they're going to take. That would be fascinating. You see this mother character, and it seems they have this very analytical, weird kind of culture around them. It's super unique, but familiar. It's the mom and the son kind of, the mom who's riding the son to get a job. Your uncle gets you a job. All these kind of interesting dynamics on screen there. And Mon Mothma, limited time here, but this is a very interesting direction they went with this character, where she has a really hard time in her own home with Perrin, her husband, who's completely against her daughter, who seems against her. And so she's not only going to the Senate and in opposition of the most powerful force in the universe at this time, but also at home she has no support. And that was really cool to see extend not just from her husband to her daughter as well. The visuals for all of Coruscant continue to be amazing to me. What I love is when you're in the above city, there's these lights and kind of monuments and towers, and the undercity is almost more like communist housing. And what's funny is the showrunners here, a lot of the production team worked on Chernobyl, and you can definitely feel that same kind of gloom in this show as well. And that's a big positive for me. But I don't know, guys. I just am a huge fan of Andor. I like Diego Luna's character as well. His acting, I should say, for the character. It's very subtle, but he's so endearing, so enjoyable to watch. And what you like is in our ragtag group here who's planning for this big heist, there's so much mistrust among them. Who I feel like someone is going to be, you know, at any time can be revealed as an insider, right? A rat, a mole. And so it's so cool to see how they don't trust each other at all. It's not this warm, fuzzy, you know, oh, well, we trust we're doing the right thing. No, they're worried about stabbing each other in their back. You have this young character who's this revolutionary writing his own manifesto about the ideals of freedom. And it's like, oh, this feels so World War II, you know, it feels so on brand with that. And it's really, really cool that Star Wars is finally diving into something like this because it makes total sense. Why Luke and our heroes are fighting, you know, these big epic battles of good versus evil. Down below, there were people on the streets making the rebellion happen. And I think it's added so much depth. It's added so much depth to what Order 66 did. It's added so much ramifications, what it means to be a rebel, what it means to have to really put your life on the line. I think it's enhancing Star Wars in a really impactful way. And it's really, really exciting to see this level of maturity and detail being handled on Disney Plus. So 2 thumbs up for me. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is it working for you? Is it going too slow? Again, for me, I'm in love. And I love that every week we get Andor, we get Rings of Power, we get House of the Dragon. I mean, there's so much good stuff out right now, and I'm sure there's even more I'm forgetting. So I'm just having a great time. I hope you guys are as well. Thanks so much for all your support. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. It's going to be a fun end of the year. We had a new Tales of the Jedi poster that looked fantastic today, and I cannot wait for more Star Wars. So see y'all again very soon.